Happy people, Tracy Reed here today, coming at you with a page in my Life Crafted album using the brand new Cocoa Daisy Summer Vibes collection to scrapbook these photos of our first pool day of the year. We bought a condo last year but never went swimming in the pool, so this year we took advantage of our brand new pool, and so of course I'm going to use this pool-ish background from the Summer Vibes collection, and today I'm going to be embracing all of the color in the gorgeous Summer Vibes color palette. So I've got sort of almost a rainbow of color here. These are the backs of this page. Sort of a rainbow of color here, and I'm thinking I'm gonna embrace the rainbow and scrapbook with a sort of rainbow vibe. I mean, that's kind of what I'm going for here. So I've got all of this gorgeous stuff. This is the first layout I'm making with this collection, so I've got everything available to me here, so we're just gonna have a ton of fun. So let's go. Alright, so I have to warn you, somehow I lost, actually I know how, my camera roll got full and I lost part of this video, but nothing really important. All I lost was the part where I'm laying down these paper strips. So you can see I'm cutting them into about 1.5 inch strips, and then I'm also cutting some skinny ones as well. I'm going to be using the front and the back of most of these papers, so I'm just cutting them down to about 1.5, and then I will cut some a little bit thinner. I'm going to be cutting them down to about 4 or 4.5 inches as well, so I only cut one strip of each because I can use, you know, the top half for one side of the paper and the bottom half for the other side of the paper, and so I didn't need to waste any more paper. So I have my background paper trimmed down, and now I'm just going to start trimming these paper strips a little bit shorter. For the ones that are multicolored like that flower, I'm just going with the main color, and the main color on that floral one was pink, so it's starting off the paper strips, and I'm working my way across in ROYGBIV order for the main paper cluster thing for this page. And so now we are going to skip ahead because this is where my camera cuts out, and I've got all of my papers down and the photos down as well. So you see, you didn't really miss that much, just me putting the papers down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these embellishments from the die cuts, and I'm going to add them in ROYGBIV order as well. This is a fun and easy way to add visual interest to your page, but also keep the rainbow going and make it a little bit more fun. So I have this cluster of my title already done because I did put that down when my camera cut out, and then I realized that my camera cut out, but I used the summer die cut and then the sunshine foam sticker. Everything that I'm using in this video, except for just a couple of things, a couple of papers and like one label, are all from the Modern Memory Keeping Kit. I didn't know if I was going to use those big blue sunglasses, but they worked out pretty well on that big blue, that big summer die cut, and I really liked how it looked on that blue paper, so I just left it there. Now I'm going through the puffy stickers, and there aren't a lot of like solid color stickers here that make much sense with this page, so I don't end up using a lot of them. I try to pull in some fruit, but my brain just can't process like putting fruit on a page where that's not about fruit. I just can't do it. I wanted to use this hat as well, but I couldn't find a place to put it where it made sense. Like it was sitting on that diver's butt where I put it, so I just took it off and moved on. I want to use one of these labels. I think I'm going to use the yellow one. I thought about using that orange tab, but I decided to use the yellow label instead. So I'm just going to put it up under here because I don't really want to use it as a label. I just really like that it says "Give me sunshine." This was the first time we were getting in the pool for the year. We bought a condo last year, so it came with a pool, of course, and so a pool that I don't have to maintain, that I get to swim in. Yes, please. So I am sure we will be spending a lot of time in this pool this summer. So the last thing that I'm going to do is I am reaching into, well, second to last, I'm reaching into the rub-ons. I wasn't initially going to use the rub-ons, but I felt like this layout was just missing a little bit of something. Like, it just felt like paper and stickers, and it didn't really feel like a completed layout to me. So I'm going to add in some of these rub-ons in a few strategic places to extend the interest and the height of the cluster. So I felt like the pink was a little bit sparse over here on the left hand side of the page, so I'm going to use pink at the top and the bottom to extend the height a little bit, and the I guess not the width, but like the height of the page, the height of the pink. I also felt like there wasn't quite enough of the tealy green color that was poking out, so I'm gonna put this umbrella here, and then I'm also gonna do a couple of these little dot splatter things that I think are gonna be interesting. Just, they're not gonna be like super visual, like it's not gonna like make or break this page, but it's going to just be interesting and add a little bit more to the background to make it just pop a little bit. Last thing I'm going to add is this hibiscus. I felt like my legs, being the first pool selfie of summer, I felt like my legs were a little bit white and blinding right there in the center of the page, so I added that orange hibiscus flower over my leg, and also, you know, in the orange area, like I've been trying to do and following the color scheme, so that worked out well. So now I'm going to rub all these on, and I will spare you that process. And so then I decided after that I wanted to add in some of these enamel dots. I'm just going to add one in each, you know, area of color. It's funny because there's like these red enamel dots, but there isn't a lot of red in the actual collection. I was wishing that there was pink instead of red enamel dots, but I just went ahead and threw on the red and dealt with it. So I ended up putting almost all of the enamel dots on the right hand side of the spread, which I thought was interesting and kind of weird, but whatever. Last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the Traveler's Notebook memory keeping kit and just add one or two things. I think I just add a label. I was going to add this red tab to make that red enamel dot make sense, but the tab itself just did not make sense right there, so I decided not to. And instead I'm going to add this rainbow label for just a little caption for this page. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you. If you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Tracy M. Reed. I'd love to see you over there as well. There is a link to Cocoa Daisy in the description box below if you would like to start a subscription, and I will see you next time. Thank you.